Okay guys, thought I'd make a video about another piece of equipment in my bug out bag. Of course, we have here an alcohol stove. Now, let me get into something real quick. In one of my videos, somebody left a comment about how I was wrong, and it was all capital, that it wouldn't work. I had a rubbing alcohol, 90, it was like no antiseptic alcohol. It was 91% in my bag, and I was saying I would use it for medical purposes or for starting a fire. And since then, I've replaced it with Everclear. Right, the way I see it, the more versatile the items you have, the better off you are. So you can use the Everclear for, of course, wounds. Right, it's highly alcoholic, so it'll kill. It'll help keep wounds clean. And antiseptic. Of course, you can start a fire with Everclear. So you put a little bit in some wood, flip it over, and let it soak a little bit, and start a fire, and there you go. Or, of course, a painkiller or a trade item. Right? You never know. You got 4 different options for that. Right? You can drink it yourself as a painkiller, which, of course, you don't want to get loaded out in the middle of nowhere. But it'd make a good trade item if you ran into somebody else and you need something, right? People are always going to want alcohol. And yes, this thing will use Everclear. It will use just about anything, any alcoholic fuel you put in there, right? You can use like 70% rubbing alcohol. I think like 60. I've seen sanitizer. I've tried. I think it was a 60-something%. I put that in here, in one of them anyway, not this one, but you can see it's all shiny and everything. And one I just made out of a soda can, half-ass. And it burned for a good while, right? You can use the 70% rubbing alcohol. You can use 90%. You can use heat, like is recommended. Pretty much any alcoholic fuel will burn in this guy. Some will last longer than others, and the purer, the better. The heat will leave a blue, hot flame, and it won't leave this thing all tarnished. However, if you don't feel like carrying this damn bottle of heat in a bug out bag that's only specific for one thing, then this is a good option because it'll burn several things. Right? If you need emergency fire, pour some, that's another option, another source of fire. You put a flammable liquid in there you'd probably have with you anyway, and you light, and there you go. You can cook, you can heat up a shelter, whatever you may need it for. If there's some animals or something, you can use it to start a fire and then start some other fires around. I say you better to have stop fire setups already. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere, fire scares away predators. I'd say one good fire in the center, and then some smaller other fires. You got it cleared out, all the dry grass and all that. But you can put a couple small fires around as a perimeter. You could have this to set up real quick, start a fire and get the other ones lit, scare animals away. Whatever you may need it for, right, this guy will do it. And this thing, man, it weighs, it's not even, it's a fraction of an ounce or something. This one is made out of a soda can. Now, I'll leave a link on how to make those in the description bar. If you plan on buying these, buying these soda can alcohol stoves is kind of expensive for what it is, right? A couple recycled soda cans, but if you buy them online, you're gonna pay probably $5 to $7 for that. Not too much more, or about the same price. You can get a better made alcohol stove than something like this here. So if you're interested in this, I'm going to leave a link in the description bar, and if you buy it through the link, you're gonna help me out. Basically, what I do is I put the link to the cheapest I can find of the whatever item I'm talking about in the description bar, and if you buy it through there, you help me out, right? And those of you, well, of course, you don't think I'm going to put the lowest there. Well, it makes sense for me to sell 5, 6 items at lower prices than one item at a high price that maybe nobody would buy. So it's in my best interest to help you guys out and get you the lowest. The more people that are prepared out there, the less chances I'm going to run into somebody. Of course, it's only, 1% of the population. But, hey, right? that's not gonna. At least there's not gonna be 100%, right? There'll be other guys out there prepared. So anyway, if you're interested, link in the description bar. Maybe we can help each other out. And you know, I recommend you try to make it yourself. But if you don't want to risk it, you don't want to mess around, maybe cut yourself, then I'll leave a link in the description bar. All right, y'all have a good one.